All right, I just came back from church, and when I received a notification alarm saying BTS just went live, I was like, I cannot wait to react. And here we are. BTS surprised ARMY with an outdoor OT7 live broadcast in LA on August 17th, 2025. And this is the first time they did a full OT7 live since the now famous live stream where they announced their comeback plan for next spring. And this is special. This one is special for many reasons. One of them being BTS Jin's first time joining the group after returning from his tour. Run Seokjin EP tour, okay? And this wasn't a polished studio setup at all because they went live at the beach in LA, and there were so many highlights which I'm ready to go over, including like they argued over who holds the phone, they dropped inside jokes and stuff, and they laughed at things only they would find funny. So here we are. As always, I would react to the full version while providing contextual explanations, like natural translations with context. Okay, so let's go. First of all, these guys look fantastic.
Hello.
So right from the get-go, Jin said hello, and this is something that he said for multiple times. I think like 6 or 7 times throughout the live. And then Suga, was it Suga who said 되는 건가? Yeah, someone said 되는 건가? Is this working? And this is something that artists struggle with when they first turn on lives. They're not sure whether it's working because they don't see any fans commenting because there's a delay, right, for a few seconds. And here, yeah, it was like Suga. It was Suga who said 되는 건가 지금? Is this working now? And then 2초 지났어 2초. Jin said it's been 2 seconds already. And Jin, out of all 7 members, he's the one who's been having Weverse live stream most frequently. So it's like a most season, I guess, when it comes to the most recent lives. And here's another highlight sorry, of this live stream. V interacting with Jin. So Jin just said, 내 옷에 닦지 말아줘. Don't wipe it on my clothes. And we're gonna see V doing this over and over again, and Jin freaking out because I think they just like swimming and played soccer, so they're kind of wet, especially V, and there's like water and sand all over his body, and he's trying to wipe himself on Jin's clothes. RM said, 시작하자마자 개판이네. Seriously, it's chaos the moment we start. Using the word 개판 to refer to the chaos. Jimin said, 정국 조금만 이쪽으로, just a bit this way, as to adjust the camera angle, right? 해가 이쪽으로 나와서 해 means the sun, so 정국 a little more this way, the sun's off to the side. And I just realized that Jimin is the only one half naked, right?
이렇게? 되고 있는 거 맞아? Hello.
이렇게 like this, and Suga asked, 되고 있는 거 맞아? Is this actually working? Oh my god. Watching this made me realize yet again that doing an OT7 reaction and translation is so challenging because so many members said things at the same time. So Jin just said hello once again, and Jimin said 초가 안 지나가는 거 아닌가? Isn't the time not moving? 초 literally means seconds, but here he's referring to the time. Because they're still not getting the reaction from his fans. By the way, Jungkook looks fantastic. Like, look at his eyes and skin. I usually don't talk about artists' physical attractiveness and looks, but whoa, what's going on here?
아니야, 지나가고 있어.
아니야, 지나가고 있어. No, it's moving. So the time, it is in the moving, and the live stream is working. Meanwhile, yeah, Jin and V are having their own chaotic time. J-Hope commented on Jin's voice. 형, your voice is so unique. And copied his style, saying hello. That's still. And then V said 댓글 아직 없어. No comments yet.
이게 LTE가 안 좋나 봐. 약간
Jungkook said, I think the LTE connection is not that good. And here, it's finally working. They're seeing the armies writing in the chat room.
댓글 나왔다 댓글.
댓글 나왔다 댓글. Oh, a comment popped up.
하나 올랐다.
야 사람들이 제
Only one comment came up.
방으로 볼 거야. 일단 가자.
Okay, RM being a leader here, saying, hey, people are going to watch this live stream again when it's uploaded. So for now, let's move on. Let's go. And we're gonna see RM being like a moderator once again later when they talk about their recent updates.
근데 뭔가 라이브로 보여주고
It's funny how Jin is the oldest, but in this live stream is being like a 막내 or something, going crazy with that hello stuff.
아 지금 사람들 많이 들어와.
Jimin just said, 근데 뭔가 라이브를 보여주고 싶었는데, but we wanted to show more of the live vibe. RM told him a lot of people have actually joined now.
안녕하세요. 그만 닦고.
그만 닦고, stop wiping.
그만 닦고. 진짜 미치겠어.
저희 잘 지내고 있습니다.
Oh man, 나 미치겠네. I'm really going crazy here because of you, V. And RM said, 저희 잘 지내고 있습니다. We've been doing well. So back to the original topic. For which we turned on this live stream. So RM being a leader here. 저희 잘 지내고 있습니다. We've been doing well.
헬로. 그만 닦으러.
근황 얘기하려고 킨 거 아니야?
Didn't we turn this on to talk about what we've been up to? 근황, meaning like recent updates.
열심히 앨범 작업하고 있죠. 예, 앨범 작업하고 있고.
열심히 앨범 작업하고 있죠. We've been working hard on the album. Jungkook agrees. Yes, working on the album. And look at RM's motion, hand motion. He's gonna say,
열심히 쿠킹하고 있습니다.
yep, we're busy cooking up music.
여기는 열심히
And talking about these two, here, these guys are working hard on being chaotic.
그만 닦아줘.
Stop wiping.
내가 이렇게 찍어줄게 그냥.
So here, Jungkook just flipped the phone. I'll film like this. He said, 이렇게 찍어줄게.
돌렸어? 형 빨리 인사해요.
Jimin said, 카메라 돌렸어. Did you flip the camera? And V told Jin, hurry 형, greet them. Say hi.
안녕하세요 해요 빨리.
Say hi.
어떻게 돌리지?
돌렸어요.
RM said, 어떻게 돌리지? How do I flip this? And Jungkook said, I flipped it already.
붙어있으니까 따뜻하다.
왜 형이 찍어주게요? 헬로. 아니 찍는 건 내 역할이에요.
Jin just said, oh my god, so many things at once. Jin said, 야 춥다. 붙어있으니까 따뜻하다. Hey, it's pretty cold. It feels warm when we stay close. And this is something that BTS members have mentioned before. In LA, it gets chilly at nighttime, in the evening, right? When the sun sets. So that's what Jin said. And Jungkook asked RM, 형, why? Are you going to film? That's...
자꾸 헬로만 몇 번.
아 이게 편해 좀 가.
Okay.
헬로. 아니 찍는 건 내 역할이에요. 형 자꾸 헬로만 몇 번.
Alright, V said, 형 자꾸 헬로만 몇 번째예요. How many times are you going to say hello? And Jungkook says to RM, filming is actually my role. 찍는 건 내 역할이에요. And is about to take the phone away from RM.
아 이게 편해 좀 가. 좀 가다 바꿔. 좀 가다 바꿔. 좀.
But RM here says, he stops him by saying, okay, actually, this is comfortable for me. So let's swap later.
내가 봤을 때 밖에서 라이브를 한 번도 안 해가지고 다 어색해하는.
자, 잘 지내고 있어 여러분?
And here Jimin is being observant. 내가 봤을 때 밖에서 라이브를 한 번도 안 해봐가지고 다 어색해가지고. Pointing at the members. I think because we have never done a live outdoors, everyone is being awkward. And that's a, I think pretty accurate observation, I would say.
여러분 제가 인터뷰 할게요. 잘 지내고 있어요?
And yes, and another reason why this live stream is special because it's their first outdoors live stream, Weverse live stream. RM asked, so everyone, are you guys doing well?
제가 카메라맨 잘하니까.
아니. 내가 잘. 여러분 제가 인터뷰 할게요. 잘 지내고 있어요?
I will interview you guys. Are you doing well? And then V says,
제가 카메라맨 잘하니까.
아니.
I'm pretty good at being cameraman, V says. And without missing a beat, Jungkook interrupts by saying,
잘하지. 나와.
아니.
no, I am good at being cameraman. So get away.
내 폰이잖아.
아 이렇게.
This is actually my phone. By the way, the quality is great of this camera, Jungkook's camera. I'm really appreciating the visual quality here. And I was like, after finishing this live stream, this could be literally used for like their music video for a B-side track or something. In fact, I was thinking that this was pretty short, right? The live stream, under 8 minutes. This itself could be like a skit for the album. I felt like it was that good. I don't know. Maybe it's because it's been how many weeks? Several weeks since the last time they did a OT7 live. Anyways.
내가 잘하지. 나와.
아니.
내 폰이잖아.
아 이렇게.
다 카메라맨 욕심이네.
Suga, being observant, said, 다 카메라맨 욕심이 있네. Everyone's like greedy about trying to become cameraman. Everyone wants to be a cameraman, he said.
야 폭죽 터진다.
Hey, fireworks! 폭죽 터진다, Jin said.
자. 안녕하세요 지민입니다. 저는
달려라.
석진.
안녕하세요, Jin입니다. Hello, this is Jin. So Jin is about to give an update about himself, and Jungkook, without missing a beat, said 달려라, which means run, and Jin finished his catchphrase, run 석진, by saying his name, 석진, 달려라, 석진. So I loved how Jungkook introduced that phrase here, because Jin just literally finished his Run 석진 EP tour.
도전.
도전 means a challenge, which is the catchphrase that Jin used throughout his world tour every time. In fact, when he starts the concert, he started by pushing the button by saying 도전, right? Challenge.
미국에 도착 다 했고요. 애들과 잘 만났습니다. 남준 씨 어떻게 지냈어요?
I have arrived in America safely and met up with the members very nicely. Hey, Namjoon, how have you been?
거의 뭐 작업하고
형님 쉬는 날이야.
네, 내일부터 또 작업해야죠.
그죠?
준비됐어요?
We've been working. Today's a day off, so from tomorrow we're back to it. And he said, 준비됐어요? You guys ready?
열심히 해야지.
Suga says, studio 가야지. Gotta go to the studio tomorrow. And Jin said, 열심히 해야지. Twice. We should work hard.
준비됐어요?
이거 다시
준비는 늘 되었죠. 준비.
RM ask again, are you ready? And J-Hope says, we are always ready. 준비는 늘 되어 있지.
준비됐어요? 준비됐어요, 여러분?
준비됐죠?
Are you ready?
RM asked the audience as well, are you guys ready?
지금 좀 지겹긴 한데.
And this is funny when Jungkook said, 지금 좀 지겹긴 한데. It's kind of getting tiring by now though. Because the members already shared how hardworking they had been in terms of cooking up music. They've been working like more than 6 hours a day. They had a routine, very healthy lifestyle. Go to bed early, wake up early, and then do exercise, and then spend time at the studio, until evening before dinner. So that's what he's referring to. Oh, sorry. By the way, the phrase 맞긴 해 means you are right, literally. And I think that's like a meme or catchphrase that they've been promoting among themselves because they've been using that phrase a lot during this live stream. 맞긴 해, especially R&B.
좀 지겹긴 한데.
맞긴 해.
맞긴 해. 또 일주일에 하루 쉬면서 하는 건 좀 빡세긴 해.
Jimin said getting only one day off a week and working is kind of tough. That's what he said. 일주일에 하루 쉬면서 하는 건 좀 빡세긴 해. 빡세다 means challenging or tough or hard.
해야지.
이거
RM goes, still, what can we do? We gotta do it. 해야지.
신호
군생활
아니야 지금 잘 되고 있는 거야. 올라오고 있어요 지금.
Jungkook's concerned about the connection, so he says the signal is working, right? And Jin says, yes, it's working because comments are coming up.
추워.
Oh, 추워 means, gosh, it's cold.
지금 저쪽 아까 우리 있던 데 핸드폰
Jimin is also concerned about the connections. He goes, but I think if you go further this way, the phone won't get signal because over there where we were earlier, it didn't work.
하여튼 저희 잘 열심히 하고 있습니다.
열심히 하고 있어요, bro.
Back to the updates. RM says, anyways, we're doing well and working hard. Jin goes like, yep, truly working hard, bro.
이거 터지겠지 뭐.
V is also concerned. Yeah, the signal will probably work fine, or hope so.
안 터지면은
다 올라갈 거야.
근데 댓글은 올라와.
댓글 뭐래?
Jungkook goes, if it doesn't work, probably he was trying to say, let us know, or I don't know. But he said 댓글은 다 올라와. Comments are coming up anyway.
댓글 좀 읽어줘.
Miss you.
RM goes, what are they saying? Jungkook, read some comments, and here's another highlight of the live stream. Are you ready?
댓글 좀 읽어줘.
Miss you my husband이라고 하는데.
Miss you,
One of them says, miss you, my husband. Jungkook says to RM, and RM goes,
my husband.
Miss you, my husband. Miss you, my husband.
Miss you, wife.
miss you, my husband? Miss you, wife. Man.
Oh God.
Oh God.
Oh God. Oh God. Damn.
아 근데 새삼 머리카락 많이 자르겠다.
이제 LA 춥다 밤 되니까.
Jungkook goes, 새삼 머리카락 많이 자라긴 했다. Come to think of it, my hair's grown a lot. And yes, he just got discharged, it's been, I don't know, a couple months. But yeah, his hair has grown. Suga says, 이제 LA 춥더라 밤 되니까. LA gets chilly or cold at night now.
아 근데 새삼 머리카락 많이 자르겠다.
이제 LA 춥다 밤 되니까.
일교차
춥고 이러던데.
일교차가 심하죠.
일교차가 심하죠. Big temperature swings here.
아 지금 내 전두엽으로 소금이 들어왔거든.
Another chaos. Jimin says, oh, salt just went into my frontal lobe right now. 전두엽 is a part of the brain, right? Frontal lobe. Because I'm assuming that he was swimming just now, earlier. So water got into his ear.
됐어요.
전두엽으로 소금이 들어오고.
우리 친구가 천천히.
RM says 전두엽 전문 용어인데 frontal lobe. Big word there, huh? Like professional word used there.
오케이.
V asked Jungkook to walk slower. Let's walk slowly.
천천히 걸어갑시다. 아 드디어 모래를 벗어납니다.
Okay, let's walk slowly. Finally off the sand, Jungkook says.
모래 힘들다.
네 어차피
Jin goes, yeah, walking on sand is rough. It's pretty tough.
다시 또 모래를 만나게 되죠.
아 지금 종아리 안.
처음이자 마지막.
But V says, 근데 어차피 다시 또 모래를 만나게 되잖아. But we're going to hit sand again anyway. And Jin says, my calves are cramping now. 종아리 알배겼어.
바다에서 키는 거 아닐까?
RM makes a point. This might be the first and last time we ever go live at the beach. That might be true. That might not, right?
에이 요즘
모르죠.
모르지 야외에서.
So Suga goes, who knows? These days, we might go live outdoors again. Which is why Jungkook also said, 모르죠. Who knows? Who knows? You never know.
근데 이거
But
보여요?
RM said, but the sea or the beach might not be easy though.
보여.
Jungkook asks Army, hey, can you guys see this? And Jin says, yeah, they can see it. You can hear the seagulls in the background.
Thank you.
So someone was on a bike. So Jimin says, let the bike pass and then let's cross.
잘 되고 있는 거 맞겠지?
Which is why RM said thank you to the biker. Jungkook goes, 잘 되고 있는 거 맞겠지? This is working okay, right? So he's talking about the Weverse Live connection.
땅 왜 이렇게 좋아? 땅 진짜 좋다.
땅 왜 이렇게 좋아? Why does the ground feel so good? Saying walking on solid ground is amazing. That's what Jin said. And other members agreed.
여기로 가자 여기로.
Let's walk this way, Suga says.
축구하면서 지는 너무 다 뺐어.
J-Hope, I think this is J-Hope. 축구하면서 진을 너무 다 뺐어. Playing soccer wore us off, wore us out so much. So I'm assuming that some of the members, if not all, did swimming and also play some soccer on the beach. And playing soccer on the beach on sand is pretty tough.
배고파.
진을 뺐다고요?
나 뺐어?
Oh, here's another highlight. Suga said, 배고파, I'm hungry. And Jungkook said, 진을 뺐다고요? You worn Jin out? So, 진을 빼다 means something may be tired, right? But this could be used as a joke, especially as a dad joke, especially for Jin, because he's so fond of making dad jokes, right? So Jin goes like,
배고파.
진을 뺐다고요?
나 뺐어?
so you weren't Jin out? Jungkook says, and Jin says, oh, me out? And then he goes, yeah, and he jumped out of frame suddenly with a dad joke. Because Jin could also mean like energy, physical energy by that single character. That was hilarious. And RM goes, 여전하구만, he never changes. And Jimin wonders, what just happened?
자, 34살이라면 믿으시겠습니까?
여러분 저게 34살이라 믿으시겠습니까?
진영 35살 아니에요?
J-Hope said, would you guys believe that Hyung is 34? And RM agrees. Everyone, would you believe that guy is Hyung? That guy's 34. Can we watch that one more time?
그래. 축구하면서 진을 너무 다 뺐어.
축구하면서 진을 너무 다 뺐어. I just got so tired after playing soccer.
배고파.
진을 뺐다고요?
And then Jungkook is very he already had Jin in his mind when he repeated that line that J-Hope said.
여전하구만 좋다.
자, 34살이라면 믿으시겠습니까?
여러분 저게 34살이라 믿으시겠습니까?
진영 35살 아니에요?
And now they're talking about Jin's age. V goes, isn't Jin Hyung 35?
너 지금 나이도 몰라?
You don't even know Jin Hyung's age? He said. And if you Google Jin age, it says 32 by the global standard. But of course, Korea used to have a different age system, right? He was born in December 4, 1992.
나 이제 폰 들고 있어.
But it could really get confusing though. Jungkook says, okay, who's holding the phone now? Who's gonna hold the phone now for me?
형 들고 있을래? 자,
Will you?
중간으로 오세요.
Come to the middle.
어깨 아파요, 어깨. 근데 지금
My shoulder hurts, Jungkook says.
만으로 하면
우리 절로 가야 돼.
윤경이랑 동갑이긴 해.
My
friend.
저기로 가.
둘이긴 해.
Did you just hear that? J-Hope says, but if you go by international age, Jin Hyung and Yoongi Hyung are the same age. And if you Google Suga age, it says, yep, 32 years. He was born on March 9th, 1993. And that's what they're talking about. And listen closely to what RM says here.
윤경이랑 동갑이긴 해.
맞긴 해. I told you. I have a feeling that this is a phrase they've been using a lot lately among themselves. Like, that's right, or you're correct. 맞긴 해. And, they joke about whether Jin is 34 or 35. And RM says that, or J-Hope says that Jin and Yoongi are the same age if you go by 만나이, international age. And this is referring to the fact that Koreans traditionally used Korean age, meaning counting you one at birth and adding a year every new year, but now are transitioning to international age like the rest of the world. So, for some international fans who are not used to or who are not aware of the Korean traditional method, it may be confusing why they are debating their ages.
My friend. 저기로 가. 둘이긴 해.
Jin said, my friend. Jungkook says to V, let's go over there. And J-Hope says,
친구긴 해.
친구긴 해. Well, yeah, you guys are friends.
Hey, my friend. 세 달만 형이야, 세 달만.
친구야.
세 달만 형이야. He's only young for 3 months though, because there are 3 months of difference between their birthdays. That's what it's talking about. And RM says, 미국에선 친구야. In the US, we are all just friends. That's true.
나 근데
And yeah, there was a lag here, connection issue. No wonder why Jimin and V were concerned about the connection, and Jungkook as well. It lasted for only a few seconds. Though.
아니 아직 확정도 안 됐는데 부르면 안 되잖아.
우리 내가 이렇게 할 테니까 우리
Okay, here's another highlight. RM just went 한번 불러버려. Just go ahead and sing it. And then they ended up singing Dynamite, but I think they were talking about one of the songs that they're currently working on because
아니 아직 확정도 안 됐는데 부르면 안 되잖아.
우리
Jungkook says 아니 확정도 안 되는데 부르면 안 되잖아. No, we cannot sing it before it's even confirmed. Meaning, the current song that they're talking about right now, whether to spoil it or not, is not even confirmed to be on the album. That's the thought that I had when I heard these guys saying about that.
내가 이렇게 할 테니까 우리 앞에 보고 걷자.
V said, I'll do it like this, so let's face front and walk.
아직 뭐가 정확히 들어갈지도 모르는데.
아직 뭐가 정확히 들어갈지도 모르겠어요. We still don't know exactly which tracks will be on the album.
열심히 하고 있습니다.
열심히 하고 있습니다. We're working hard, though.
얼굴 비추러 왔어요. 스튜디오
Jin goes, we just came to show our faces or to say hi. 얼굴 비추러 왔어요.
스튜디오.
생전 신고.
Suga says studio for some reason, and Jungkook says 생존 신고, like proof of life, meaning they turned on this live to prove that they are alive, literally or figuratively, to tell armies how they've been doing, what they're up to.
근데 사실 진짜 작업만 하고 있어.
진짜 열심히 하고 있긴 해요.
진짜 작업만 하고 있어. 쉬운 날
진짜 작업만 하고 있어. Honestly, all we're doing is working.
잠깐 바람 쐬러 왔지 뭐.
And RM said, 진짜 열심히 하고 있긴 해. We really are working hard though.
사실
And Suga went, 잠깐 바람 쐬러 왔지 뭐. It's our day off, so we came to get some fresh air because today is a day off.
와서 조금 색다르게 작업을 할 줄 알았는데
색다르게 하긴 했잖아.
색다른데 여전히
Jungkook said, honestly, I thought we would work in a slightly different way once here in the US. And RM points out, we did do it, or we've been doing it a little differently. And Jungkook says,
공장이긴 한 거.
it is different, 색다른데, it is different, but still feels like a factory. And I think there's this might need some explanation because if you have watched Jungkook's documentary, I Am Still, right? That's the title of the Jungkook documentary. One of the highlights for me, Jungkook I Am Still, was when Jungkook recorded one of the songs for his Golden album. It might be either 7 or 3D or I think it's one of them, 3D or 7. He recorded at a studio that looks very different from the Korean recording studio, and it felt very open and free and liberal, right? And I think that might be something that Jungkook was referring to, the work style or recording style or collaborative environment. And it is indeed something they've been doing, according to RM, because he said, we've been doing it a little differently. But Jungkook said, it is different, but still feels like a factory. Factory meaning a very systematic method. I think that's what he's referring to, because they've been working at a very routine style every day, 6 to 8 hours a day. I think that's what he's talking about here.
저 혼자 투어 갔다 왔잖아요. 그래서 좀 기대하고 왔거든요. 근데 진짜로 아침에 일어나서 운동 갔다가 밥 먹고 스튜디오 갔다가 집에 와서 밥 먹고 잠자고 진짜 이러기만 해.
And Jin just confirms my theory because he said, I went on tour by myself, right? So I just came here expecting something. But honestly, we just wake up, work out, eat, go to the studio, come back, eat, sleep. That's literally it. Okay? So And tons of respect to these guys working very hard day and night, working on this album for their comeback. By the way, Suga looks adorable here in this shot. I'm sure a lot of armies are going crazy about this Suga shot right here. And J-Hope.
아니 뭐 작업하러 왔으니까.
And Suga says, I'm 뭐 작업하러 왔으니까. Well, we are here to work after all. Right? So nothing surprising about their routine.
굳이 그렇게 할 필요가 있었을까?
아니야 현명한 선택이었어.
아니 왜 이거 그림
Now, I'm not sure what they talk about here. Jungkook said 굳이 그렇게 할 필요가 있었을까? But was it necessary to do it that way though? I'm not sure if it's still talk about the, album creation process or something that just went on while there was a network issue. But J-Hope said, 아니야, 현명한 선택이었어. No, it was a wise decision. My theory is that they're talking about the fact that they came all the way to LA, to the US, to work on this album. Because, considering what Jungkook just said, they could have done the same thing in Korea. But J-Hope said, no, it was a wise decision. And this is something that a lot of armies have talked about. Considering what's going on in Korea, especially around HYBE and Bangtan issue, and especially the Korean media's treatment of the issue, it might have been too, disturbing or just too much going on in Korea that might have prevented them from focusing on the album only. So that's my theory. Perhaps they're talking about something entirely different, though. Let me know your theories, though.
그림 너무 이뻤어.
내가 그림을 좀
Yeah, the reason why I thought that they might have talked about something differently is because anyway, 이거 그림이, V said, this shot looks like, and Jin says, 그림 너무 예뻤어. The shot was really pretty. So maybe they were talking about taking a photo or a video while they are experiencing this network issue, connection issue.
이게 제 폰이라 가지고. 근데 이게 제 폰이라 가지고.
Jungkook says, since this is my phone.
근데 이거 되는 거 맞지?
Jungkook is still not sure about whether the live stream is going on correctly. This is working, right? Meanwhile, RM says, 배고프다. I'm starving.
되는 거 맞는 거 같아.
Yeah, I think it is working, Jungkook says.
입 다물어야 돼. 지금 부를 것 같아. 아니야, 입 다물어야 돼. 입 다물어야 돼.
I think V was doing something which made Jin say, 입 다물어야 돼. Gotta keep your mouth shut. Meaning, don't spoil. Maybe it was actually Jimin. Because Jimin himself says that I think I'm gonna sing it right now. Yeah, it was definitely Jimin because he said 스포하고 싶다. I wanna spoil it. So Jin was worried that these guys, especially Jimin, might accidentally give away the spoiler.
우리도 좀 확정되면은 스포하자. 우리도 좀 정리되면
What is
스포하자.
going on?
그러니까 눈치 못 채게 스포를 하는 거지.
So Jungkook says 우리도 좀 확정되면 스포하자. 우리도 정리되면 스포하자고. 그러니까 눈치 못 채게 스포를 하는 거지. 스포 means spoiler, right? So he says once things are confirmed, let's spoil stuff too. Once we've got it organized or got it confirmed, like spoiling in a sneaky way so they don't catch on. And you know how sometimes artists, and especially K-pop artists, do that, right? Giving away the titles of their title tracks or a choreography moves here and there during live streams and stuff, or through social media photos or clips. And that's, I think, what Jungkook is talking about here.
이제 해 지기 전 한 5분 정도 남았다.
V said there's about 5 minutes left before the sun sets. Oh, network issue again.
뭔 느낌인지 알지? 알아?
Okay. And Jungkook here is talking about the spoiler idea that he just talked about, saying, you know what kind of spoiler vibe I mean, right? Right? And then V goes,
뭔 느낌인지 알지? 알아?
알아.
알아. I know.
싸우지 마.
And Jin jokingly says, "Don't fight, don't fight, don't fight," because V was kind of being loud when he said, "I know."
너무 예쁘네요.
No war, peace.
몰라? 너무 예쁘.
But no, they weren't fighting. In fact, they were playing out a meme, a Korean meme. By the way, before that, RM says, randomly says, 싸우지 마. No war. Don't fight. No war. All right, so we got to talk about this.
싸우지 마.
너무 예쁘네요.
No war, peace.
싸우지 마.
싸우지 마.
너무 예쁘네요.
No war,
너무 예쁘네요.
peace.
몰라? 너무 예쁘네요. 너무 예쁘네요. 몰라? 너무 예쁘네요.
So 몰라 means you don't know or don't you know? And 너무 예쁘네요, it means so beautiful, right? And it sounds so random. So if you hear it for the first time, you might guess that this is some sort of a meme, right?
아 감사합니다.
옛날 유행하던
감사합니다.
너무 예쁘네요.
아 감사합니다.
감사합니다 means thank you. But obviously, it sounds like they are impersonating something. And Suga guesses. Sounds like one of those old jokes that used to be popular. All right, so here, this is referencing the so-called Nonghyup 은행.
도착해가지고
So a foreigner once asked a convenience store employee, "Do you know Nonghyup Bank?" And Nonghyup Bank is 농협은행 in Korean. Now the worker, the employee at the convenience store, misheard it as saying, "You are so pretty." 너무 예쁘네요. All right, so check this out. 농협은행, 농협은행, and 너무 예쁘네. Sounds similar, right? So that employee, that worker, misheard it. When the foreigner said, "Do you know Nonghyup Bank?" she actually thought he said, "You're so pretty," and awkwardly laughed, only to realize later that they were actually she was actually being asked for directions to a bank. And here's actually the soundtrack of the recording. Is it working? I think it's working.
Nonghyup 은행 어디요? Nonghyup 은행.
Do you hear it?
몰라? 네? Nonghyup 은행. 몰라?
This is actually my first time hearing this. 너무 예쁘네. 몰라?
Nonghyup 은행.
농협은행. So he's asking for about the directions to a bank. 농협은행. By the way, this is what 농협은행 looks like. We say NH Bank, NH 농협은행, but the lady employee didn't understand. 안녕하세요. Bye.
농협 은행.
And now the foreigner says slowly, more slower, 농협은행, syllable by syllable. But the employee still didn't understand.
농협 은행 어디야?
And now he said the full sentence. 농협은행 어디야? Where is 농협 Bank? And
쪽으로 나가셔야.
지친?
네.
Oh, thank you.
And here she finally got it. So you go out and go straight.
고마워요.
And the foreigner said thank you and leaves. But, oh man. This is hilarious. It was actually her friend. Actually, it was her either sister or brother, older sister or older brother, who recorded the conversation between the foreigner and her or their sister when their sister was working at the convenience store at night. And it's in an area where there are a lot of foreigners. And that foreigner entered the store, singing loudly, and that person, out of nowhere, thought that it might be funny to record the conversation, and then this happened, and this became a meme, which, interestingly enough, Jungkook referred to when he was a guest at Shuchita. Check this out. This I might have to turn on the copyright thingy. Okay.
너무 예쁘네요.
아니 내가 진짜
알아? 어?
All right, now let's listen to it one more time.
감사합니다.
너무 예쁘네요. 너무 예쁘.
하지 마.
뭔 느낌인지 알지? 알아?
알아?
알아.
싸우지 마, 싸우지 마, 싸우지 마.
싸우지 마.
너무 이쁘네요.
No war.
너무 예쁘네요.
몰라? 너무 이쁘네요. 몰라? 너무 이쁘네요.
And obviously,
감사합니다.
옛날에 유행하던 개그
감사합니다.
너무
yep,
이쁘네요.
we got it. We got it. They all know about this. So there we go. And
도착해가지고
여기서 이제 끝내십시다.
얘들아 행복하지 않니?
행복하지 않아?
Jungkook says, we have arrived now. And V said, let's wrap it up here. And Jin says, guys, aren't you guys happy? 행복하지 않니? And RM says the same thing. Aren't you happy? 행복하지 않아. Yeah.
자
It
여러분들
was very meaningful that these guys, especially Jin and RM, says that. Because for armies too, looking at these 7 guys within the same frame is really something and it's very meaningful, you know? And look at RM's eyes. Man.
인사하고 저희는 지금까지 방탄소년 마무리 인사 뭐
그냥 진짜 딱 인사만 하고.
오케이.
Jungkook says, okay everyone, let's say goodbye. This has been BTS, 방탄소년단. And Jimin says, for the ending, let's just literally just greet and finish. And Jungkook says, okay.
저희는 지금까지 방탄소년이었습니다. 둘, 셋.
감사합니다.
Yep.
바이바이.
Peace.
So there was a signature phrase, right? Jungkook finished off by saying, this has been 방탄소년단, BTS 2-3. Thank you. And RM finished off by saying, peace. So there you go. Another historical and hysterical OT7 live. No lighting, no script, just 7 tired men holding a shaky phone with poor connection, arguing about who should hold the phone, laughing at inside jokes. That was great. And Jin had just landed in the States from his solo tour, yet joined the others immediately instead of resting. And he briefly talked about this during his last live stream during his tour, right? And the reunion energy was obvious. Like the teasing, the chaos, and the comfort of being around each other. So yeah, I'm pretty sure it reminded the fans that no matter how busy they are, their bond is super real. And they talked about working on their album, right? Kept hinting at album and recording work in LA and joked about wanting to spoil things, especially Jimin and Jungkook. So yeah, I'm sure it made a lot of armies even more excited about the upcoming OT7 music. Something there's been huge anticipation for. And yeah, walking along the beach at sunset, holding a shaky phone, and joking about like age and exhaustion and how hard they are working, and ending with the classic 지금까지 방탄소년단이었습니다. This has been BTS 2-3. Thank you. It felt like a snapshot of everything that ARMY has missed. You know, chaotic, emotional, and real. Which is why I said that this 7-minute, 41-second clip itself could be like a part of a music video for their B-side track, or this, you know, footage could be like a skit track for the album. It was very special. Anyways, I just noticed that Jungkook's fingernail is red. Anyways, fantastic OT7 live stream as always. It was like a weekend gift. So let me know what you thought about this live stream. Hopefully this was informative and helpful, this video that you're watching right now. And let me know which part was a highlight for you guys and which part was the most memorable. Okay? And when you write comments, as always, let's stay positive, respectful, and classy. Thank you guys. See you. God bless you. Bye-bye. Peace and love.